Hello, 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 fellow addicts. Alyssa and Safi popping in with some exciting news about the highly anticipated Halloween event in TSTO. We recently received the Treehouse of Horror event packet from EA, laying out all the details for the annual and an addict favorite Halloween event in our pocket-sized town. Uh, and you know what that means. It's spoiler time. Of course, as always, we weren't allowed to initially share any info with you guys because of the NDA until EA gave us the okay. A lot of initials there. Well, the restriction has been lifted, and we're able to share some next event spoilers with you guys. So just like we've been doing for the last few months, we're going to give you a quick rundown of what the next event will entail with some spoiler details and images. So get ready, get a pen and paper, and be prepared for information overload. As always, we're going to reveal a bunch of spoilers in this video, so if you don't want to know, this may not be the video for you. And now for your official spoiler warning. Spoilers incoming in 3, 2, 1. Spoiler time. So the Halloween event will hit our games as predicted on Wednesday, October 6th. And as we all know, the theme is Halloween. This year it's called, to no surprise, Treehouse of Horror 32 XXXII. Just so everyone's familiar with their Roman numerals. So there's not much of a surprise on the theme. So let's show off the splash screen. Saf, here's a splash screen. What are your thoughts on it?
I like the splash screen. It looks pretty cool. I like that you kind of get a little bit of a look at what's going on. I like the dinosaurs roaming around. Kind of gives me a little bit of a Jurassic Park, Jurassic World type of theme going there. And yeah, it's really nice, bright. I like that Skyfinger's still there, back to his normal self. How about you? What do you think of the splash screen?
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's very bright. It's not as my kids now say, creepy, spooky as some of our past Treehouse of Horror events ones have been. This seems like this could be a splash screen for an event that hit, in the middle of June. So it's kind of neat. I like it a lot, and it does give a bit away about what the theme, what segment of Treehouse of Horror this event will be covering, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, solid splash screen in my opinion. I like that it's bright and not dark. So some quick basic facts about the overall event. Once again, we're at another multi-event with each act hitting every 9 days. Similar formula to what we've been seeing for the last year plus. So Act 1 is going to hit on October 6th, which is a Wednesday. Act 2 is going to hit on October 15th, a Friday. Act 3, October 24th, a Sunday. Act 4, November 2nd, my anniversary, a Tuesday. And this event will run until November 10th. So we're in for 5 weeks of Halloween. And before you say anything, this is traditionally about when the Halloween event ends. So it'll put us on a path for Thanksgiving, probably a 2-week mini event as it's been in the past, to hit around November 17th and run until December 1st. And that puts us on a path for Christmas to start on December 8th, possibly December 1st if EA changes up their schedule again. So this is normal. This is not an extra long event. This is not a crazy event. It's very normal for Halloween to end 2 weeks after Halloween ends. Anyway, we know that the event is based on Halloween and the Treehouse of Horror, but what Treehouse of Horror segment are we looking at this time around? Well, here is the event overview from EA. When Mr. Burns' youth serum treatments start losing their potency, Smithers assembles a team of scientists and doctors to pitch their best alternatives. Burns decides that a combination of Frank's pitch involving dinosaurs and Hank Scorpio's pitch involving the elderly is the way to go. This leads to a hybrid clone of Grandpa Simpson and a T-Rex leading a bunch of dinosaurs on a rampage around Springfield. The Springfielders try every crazy plan they can think of, military equipment originally built to fight regalians, animal-human hybrids, and even bringing the town's giant advertising signs to life. But the dinosaurs cannot be stopped. Finally, Professor Frink determines the only way to stop Grandpasaurus's rampage is to shrink the Simpsons family down and inject them into the lumbering dinosaur leader so they can administer a special control chemical directly into his brain. Hey, it makes as much sense as their other plans. Just based on that synopsis, those who are proficient in Simpsons episodes will know that this is largely going to be based on which Treehouse of Horror episodes have?
29, which is about the geriatrics, as well as 13, The Island of Dr. Hibbert.
Yeah, so there are a few more. So it's primarily going to be Treehouse of Horror 29 with a few other segments thrown in there. Island of Dr. Hibbert being one of them. I think that's, like you said, that's the next
Those are probably
prevalent one. Yeah.
A few more. You'll also see a little bit of a season 22. Sorry, not season 22. Season 23's Treehouse of Horror 22, THOH 15, as well as THOH 6. So yeah, again, going from most recent to way back when, 29, 22, 15, 13, and 6.
All right, Saf, what are your thoughts on that overview synopsis from EA?
I mean, I feel like they're also trying to capitalize. They kind of always try to, like, remember a few years back they were capitalizing on the wizarding world and coming up with a Harry Potter event. I mean, Jurassic Park's back. I mean, my nephew watches the movies all the time. It's funny because like he's young, so I put on the cartoon version for him.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was going to say
sister,
those Jurassic Park movies.
He told my sister that his uncle lets him watch it, so my sister put on the actual one for him, and now he's forgotten the cartoon ones. He's obsessed with the real ones.
Oh so, my!
Yeah, definitely, violence runs rampant in our household. But yeah, I feel like they're trying to capitalize on Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and life finds a way. To quote Jeff Goldblum, TSTO finds a way. So TSTO finds a way to make THOH happen. Overall, I feel like it's a good fit. What about you?
Yeah, I like it. I like the way that, looking at everything as a whole, I like the way it looks like they're going to interweave a bunch of different Treehouse of Horror segments. And you guys know that I love how we get the insight to the writers' room and kind of like spin-offs on probably ideas they had for what they actually made it on the show and other kind of spin-off versions of it. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to the dialogue, which should be awesome. So let's get into some overview facts about the event, the things we are always asked. First up, you will need to be level 15, on level 15 to participate in this event. Characters needed for event currency. These will be used throughout each act. It's a little bit of a different list this time. So we've got Burns, Smithers, Homer, Bart, Lisa, Grandpa, Frink, Skinner, and 4 new premiums. You'll get 1 for each act, and you'll notice Marge is not on that list. So we'll see level 15 generally is when you unlock Marge, but it doesn't say you're required to have Marge, so that could be why. Pretty standard with the prize track. Each prize track contains 5 prizes, so 20 prizes total, 5 times 4. And here's what the prize track includes. We've got 1 new character, 1 new pet/NPC, 2 new costumes or skins, 5 new buildings, 10 new decorations, and 1 new animated task. No mystery box tokens. I'm good with that. So let's go over this prize track. And as we discuss, I'll put some images up on the screen. So the first prize of Act 1, you've got Geriatric Park Burns. That is a costume for Mr. Burns. Then you've got the Geriatric Park Front Gate, which is a decoration. Once you unlock the front gate, you will also be able to get walls for donuts to build kind of, a full immersion for your geriatric park. Then you've got Geriatric Park Helicopter, another decoration. Geriatric Park Exploration Pods, another decoration. And the Geriatric Park Visitor Center rounds out Act 1, which is a building. Saf, thoughts on those prizes?
I mean, again, they're going straight to Jurassic Park here. The decorations look really cool, like Jurassic Park. I just remember like the quote from Jurassic Park. If the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists. So yeah, as soon as I get that gate, I'm definitely going to buy those fence pieces and close it off. I don't want those dinosaurs eating my Springfield citizens. Overall, I do like the look of the gate and the fences. The pods will probably end up in my inventory to be pretty sure, but the visitor center will probably be like the main area within my geriatric park gate and fences. The Burns costume, I mean, I'll use it maybe during the event, but I mean, when Mr. Burns, I got the gorilla chest that earns 2.5 times, so it's having another costume for Mr. Burns, for whom I have over a dozen. This one's not really high on my list of Burns costumes. There's so many other costumes I would prefer for Mr. Burns. over this one. So it was kind of a meh costume. I mean, I love that there's no mystery tokens, but again, no characters on this prize track, and a costume for a character that we already have dozens of. But when I balance that with the park gate and the fences and the visitor center, it's kind of a push for me. So neither great nor sucky. How about you? What do you think of this Act 1 prize track?
So they're setting you up to build a geriatric park, build your own geriatric park section in your town. I like that. I will say it is interesting because the last several events we've been saying it starts off like this, and then it just kind of falls off a cliff. This doesn't do that. This actually starts off low. It's not setting your sights very high with Act 1. You've got 3 decorations on the prize track, a building, and a character skin. This is the proper way to start an event, honestly. You save your better prizes for the end, not for the beginning. You build up to it. So I do like what EA is doing. I do like that they appear to be listening to things that we have all been saying for a while now. So I appreciate that. So I would say out of the 4 acts, this is probably the weakest prize track, which, as it should be, this is Act 1. You're building up to something else. Act 2. Throw up more images for Act 2. We've got Sideshow Mel Monster Truck, which is a decoration. Future Military Jeep, also a decoration. Ride in an Exploration Pod, which is an animated task, which would relate back to the prize from Act 1. The Human-Sized Body Bags Truck, and the Geriatric Park Pond, which is a building. Seth, thoughts on those?
Again, it's a little bit for me. I mean, the gate and the fence around it, as well as the visitor center, was a little bit more exciting. The animation's the only one that really is drawing my curiosity here to see how it is. The last few animations that they've had on prize tracks have been really good. Not just good, but really good. So, I mean, that has the potential of making this the best prize of the prize track. Otherwise, overall, it's again kind of a meh to maybe even on the lower side of meh for the prize track. I would say this is at or slightly below the level of level 1, but again, the animation could totally change my mind. I mean, if it's like the last couple of prize track animations, this could quickly become better than Act 1. So how about you? What do you think of this prize track?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And again, this is normally a prize track we would see as Act 4 in previous events, so I'm happy to see this is Act 2. Yeah, this is 3 decorations, a building, and an animated task. They're good prizes, but it's not like, wow, this is awesome. And that's how it should be. I'm okay with that. So I have no complaints about Act 2. So on to Act 3. The first prize of Act 3 is a Geriatric Park Jeep, which is a decoration. Then you've got the House of Pain, a building. Then you've got the Hibbert Island Bungalow, another building. And you've got the Spider Bart Trees, which is a decoration. And then you have the lone character on the prize track, Comic Book Ram, which is a full character for Springfield. Thoughts on those?
I mean, overall, I mean, we were getting a character on the prize track, so no complaints with that. The comic book guy, Satire Ram, he's a nice character to have for a THOH type of episode. I wish we had some more characters from that segment on the island of Dr. Hibbert as well. Like that would have been great. But it's going to be nice to have an island bungalow and the House of Pain kind of in that area as well. I can see it starting to build up a little bit compared to Act 2. Now we're kind of heading in the right direction.
Well, keep in mind, Spider Bart Trees are from that episode. That's the Bart, what Bart got turned into. And stay tuned, because on the premium list, which we'll get to in a minute, there'll be more from Dr. Hibbert's Island. So, but I like the Act 3 prize track. Again, I really feel like we're starting to kind of climb the hill and get to the top instead of kind of falling off the cliff already. So I like that Act 3 is the act that has the character in it. So I'm good with this one. I like it. I don't know how this stuff's going to fit in my town yet. You guys know I'm not a big fan of Halloween, so we'll see. But I like it. I'm okay with it. So for Act 4, we've got the Peace Marker Ray Gun, which is a decoration. Then we've got the Sentient Red Devil Realty Sign, which is a NPC for Springfield. Then we've got the New Invention Expo, which is a building. Then we've got Bionaut Marge, a skin for Marge. and the Bionaut ship, which is a decoration. Thoughts on those?
Here we're going to two different segments of THOH. I do like the NPCs that we're getting. The sentient Red Devil realty sign. I mean, when we did the THOH best segment bracket battle 7 years ago, season 6, I mean, this was one of our finalists, Attack of the 50-foot signs. So, I mean, we've been asking for this content for a while. I guess they couldn't find a good place to fit it, so bringing it in here seems like a good idea. I can kind of see where the storyline's going to with how the Simpsons and Springfield are going to try to counteract all the geriatric dinosaurs that are being created. I think the signs may have a little role in there. So overall, I feel like they're ending off on a high note. The Bionaut Marge and Bionaut ship. Having the ship is great. Marge, likewise, we're getting a skin for a character who already has a lot of skins. But this is a nice skin, actually. One of a Marge skin that we could really use. There's also potential in the future to bring out the rest of the Bionaut Simpson family. From that segment, the whole family were Bionauts. So, yeah, there's potential for 4 more Bionauts in the future. What do you think of the prize for?
Yes, so I don't think we're not falling off the cliff. We're not like ending this on a hot dog maker, which I appreciate.
The hot dog maker will never.
It will never. It's like Bart Royale. It'll never be lived down. So we're not ending the event on a hot dog maker, which is good. It's a solid prize track. It's a good prize track. It's not like the best, like, oh, this is perfect. This is what I waited 5 weeks for.
Right.
But it's not. We're not falling off that cliff. We're kind of just still at the top. So. Yeah, so I'm good with it. I like it a lot. I look forward to getting the Bionaut Marge and the Bionaut ship. And again, you get an NPC with this, which is almost as good as a full character. No, it doesn't earn anything. But then again, cash is useless in TSTO these days. So it's it's a solid prize track. I'm good with it. It's good. It's a good way to end the event. Not the greatest way, but a good way. So let's jump to premium content. With this event, we've got 4 new combos, 1 per act, 150 for each of those 4 combos. So you'll need 600 donuts total for event-specific premiums. So you've got a character / building and or decoration combo, 150 each for those combos, and you'll need 600 donuts for those event-specific premiums. Gil will also be making an appearance during this event. You should see him around Act 2. Now, in the event packet from EA, it says his deal is 150 donuts. I'm a little leery of that, just based on Gil pricing. It could be 150. I'd be ecstatic if that was the case, but I'd reserve 200 donuts just in case, for those of you who really watch your donut counts. So you'll need 750 donuts according to the packet. I would hold 800 donuts just to be safe to buy all the event premiums. Let's jump to the Gil deal details. The Gil deal this time around is the Over-Under Beast and the Rats Court Mall. This is a full character and building combo. It will not help with the event. Saf, thoughts on that combo?
I don't know how much they go together. I can't remember if the Rats Court Mall comes from the same episode. This is kind of their play on, what's that show that's really popular on Netflix these days? I've been watching it too. I'm drawing blank. Stranger Things, sorry. So,
I don't watch Netflix.
Yeah, Stranger Things. I mean, it's not the best character possibly for a Gil deal. It doesn't really tie in as much with the theme of Dr. Hibbert, geriatrics, or the ad agency. So it's kind of a strange Gil deal for those who are kind of donut poor and kind of deciding between one of the 4 prize track premiums and this one. This one wouldn't be my recommendation, to be quite honest. I mean, if you're swimming in like 40,000 donuts or whatever, then by all means go ahead and grab it. But yeah, if you're someone who's going to pick 1 or 2 premium items, or even 3, this wouldn't be my top 3 for this event. How about you? What do you think of the Over-Under Beast as well? Yeah,
I don't really like the way it looks. It does nothing for me for the event. So this is probably a Gil deal I'll pass on. But maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know, but that's how I feel right now. So let's jump into the premium combos that involve with each act that get released for each act. Again, I'll throw up images as we discuss these. First, you've got the Grapposaurus and Geriatric Park Dome. Thoughts on that?
I mean, again, I love everything Jurassic Park related. So the Jurassic Park Dome, as well as having Grapposaurus roaming around, yeah, I'm all in. This would be one of my top three. I mean, it's really hard to. There's a couple of good premium characters, but if you're only buying one, this is what I would consider.
And then we've got Mecha Chalmers and the Rigel 7 military base.
Here, I mean, this is coming from the Avatar segment that we were talking about earlier. It's okay. I mean, the character in the movie was obviously the villain. I mean, I didn't really like the character that much, but depending on which way like you lean, if you're more of a Jurassic Park, Jurassic World fan, you may go with the Grandpasaurus. If you're more of an Avatar fan, you may prefer the Mecha Superintendent Chalmers.
Super Nintendo.
Jurassic World. So, yeah, but they're both pretty good choices there.
And then we have Panther Marge and Mad Dr. Hibbert's Manor.
So here we go. We get more stuff from Dr. Hibbert's. See, this is where I'm going to have a hard time. Like, I mean, I really like that segment from Treehouse of Horror, the Island of Dr. Hibbert. So, I mean, the Island of Dr. Moreau, I really like that book as well. Depending on which way you're leaning, like all four premiums, that we'll talk about the fourth one shortly, I really like this combination, having the Island Manor and having another character from Dr. Hibbert is a great choice. And yeah, I'll let you tell us about the fourth one.
And the last one is the sentient, I don't know why I can't say this word, Lard Lad statue and the Van Brute and Churchill ad agency.
I mean, if we had to pick one character to go with the Van Brute ad agency, I'm glad it's a sentient Lard Lad. I would have liked the sentient Lard Lad on the prize track along with the sentient Red Devil realty sign and have the owner of Van Brunt and Churchill ad agency as the character. Yeah, I mean, all four prizes, to be quite honest, are my. It's really hard to pick which one. I'm so fortunate that donuts is not an issue. I'm going to get all four, as well as the Over Under Beast. That's the Guild Deal. But really, these four, I feel like all four are solid, and Over Under Beast is by far inferior to these four. It's just a question if you prefer Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, go with the Grandpasaurus. If you prefer Avatar, go with the Mecha Superintendent Chalmers. If you prefer the Island of Dr. Moreau and the segment of the Island of Dr. Hibbert, go with the Panther Marge. And if you prefer the Attack of the 50-Foot Signs and good old Canadian Paul Anka, I drive by Paul Anka Boulevard all the time, then go with Sentient Lard Lad. I mean, all four premium combos on this are solid. Like, I can't remember the last time. We've always had like 2 or 3 where like grab those 2, grab those 3. Like this time, all four. For those who have to pick 1, 2, or 3, like I really can't advise you. Like all 4 of those, you can't go wrong. It's just a personal preference, which of those 4 you prefer. I can advise you that Over Under Beast will be my number 5. But then again, there may be some people who love Stranger Things and really want to go with that. So, I mean, stranger things have happened before. So, what are your thoughts on the 4 premium combos as well as the Guild Deal?
So, well, the Guild Deal, like I said, to me, I'm probably going to pass on that. I would say if you're really like, this event is about building your geriatric park, I would say Grandpasaurus and getting the geriatric park dome. That's probably going to be your number 1. And then for me, it would probably be the Lard Lad statue as my number 2, and then Panther Marge, and then the Mecha Chalmers. But in reality, I'm going to buy all 4. It's just what I do.
Those are my 4. That would be my ranking of the 4 as well, to be quite honest, on personal preference. But again, that's a very personal preference, and I'm definitely buying all 4. So no, I have the same 1, 2, 3, 4 as you.
But like, I rank Grandpasaurus as top because who doesn't want a giant dinosaur of Grandpa Simpson running around your Springfield, and hopefully he's got a task where his teeth fall out. I mean, that would be awesome. So
And that geriatric park gate and the fence, you need something inside. What better than a dome?
It's true. It's true. All right, so let's jump to, there are 2 donut promos with this event. Not 1, but 2 donut promos. The first one, I'm going to do the higher value one first. This one is $9.99, and it is Test Subject Bart, which is a full character plus 132 donuts. So for $9.99, like we've been seeing with all the other combos we've been getting lately, in the donut offer, $9.99 price point. It's a full character, and you get the 132 donuts to go with it. And then I'm very appreciative of this. EA has been listening, Saf. They've been listening, and I appreciate this very much so. I'm going to butcher this. My son loves dinosaurs, and I can say things like Pachycephalosaurus and Parasaurolophus, but I can Hadrosaur, I believe, is how it's pronounced. Bouvier. Plus 60 donuts. This is a pet, plus you get the 60 donuts from the store. This is at the $4.99 price point. So they are listening, because I've been saying if you have something that's not a character, I don't mind paying $5 for it. I have a problem paying $10 for a non-character. This is a pet NPC, so it has no tasks. You tap it, it's going to do something funny, but that's about it. So your thoughts on those 2 donut promos?
I really like them, compared to especially like the Daisy McGuffin and McGunnan and Wilbur Nurple. Like this, it's not quite at the level of Pixel Homer for me, but Test Subject Bart for $9.99 US or equivalent worldwide. I got no issues with that. That's one I'm going to get. And having the Hadrosaur. My nephew loves dinosaurs, like I mentioned. So yeah, I got my dinosaurs down as well. So yeah, getting the Hadrosaur NPC for $4.99, it seems like a good deal as well. Again, like you, I feel like if this game gives me joy, I don't mind dropping some money into the game from time to time to help keep the game going. Life will find a way. So too shall TSTO. So to keep going. So this is their way to keep going.
Yep, exactly. So we're going to wrap things up with there are a couple more things about the event. There is a Treehouse of Horror 32 mystery box with this event. As far as content, as always, I'm not going to get into list everything right now, but there are over 34 items in the box. So I'll lay out what's inside when we do the rundown post, when the event actually hits our games. But for now, the basic idea, honestly, guys, it's a lot of returning dinosaur and animal stuff. That's mostly what it's comprised of. And from what I can tell, the mystery box will cost tokens. You will likely be able to buy tokens from the store using donuts. So yeah, that's going to do it from us. Saf, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, I mean, keep an eye out for the event rundown from Melissa, and then the calendars from me. And if you got any questions, just come back to the comments. If you get a chance, check out those episodes as well. We're looking at THOH 29, 22, 15, 13, and 6. Yeah, those were great episodes, so check them out.
Yeah, so that's going to do it from us. For now, hopefully this spoiler video gets you prepped for this event, and watch those episodes to really get yourself prepped for the event. And look for it to start on Wednesday, October 6th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, technically, because that's where we are right now. And once it goes live, we will, of course, have a rundown post up on TSTOaddicts.com with all the info you will need for Act 1 and beyond. And we'll be back at it with Addicts Live next weekend. So thanks for watching, and enjoy. Bye-bye.
Bye.